Essay from 9/1/2024. Every morning the maple leaves. Every morning the goddamn maple leaves. Sagan's words chasing me down through my life like someone told him my future and he wrote about it. Killing me softly, killing me loudly, killing me incessantly. The boy knits you a sweater of tears and you kill him? That one's from SpongeBob SquarePants, but you can't tell the difference. And the crowd said, "What does that mean?" with the voice of a walking corpse, and I turned the page. More maple leaves. More whiskey here, more vodka there, more nothing in my shot glass, please. He left me at the altar. Do you think that's why they killed Mr. Big in the reboot? The author is dead, and so is Carrie Bradshaw's eventual husband. So the question has many answers from an academic standpoint. Dying on a Peloton wasn't a great endorsement for exercise or that brand, I can't help but notice. Every year around this time, people start to sound the same again. Can you believe that time has passed again? From September to New Year's Eve, by trend, we're all supposed to marvel at the very passage of time itself and the speed at which it happens. And it's not that I've never agreed with the sentiment, it's just that it's not always that way for everyone at the same exact moment. We're still supposed to, by some unwritten rule, like it is, when in reality, act like it is. Don't worry, none of this will matter when we're famous singers. When in reality, September will always crawl by for you, to want to remember, and maybe March or April disappear in a puff of smoke or a busted bracket, and suddenly it's July, and you're sweating bullets both inside and outside your nightmares. But no. Follow the trend, get the views, do it for the vine. Every morning, still the maple leaves and pumpkin spice lattes are back. And when Degas looked out the window and he saw peasants and all we have to look at is corporations and conglomerates and a concrete neon jungle down the main thoroughfare. Will anything ever be that different? Are we intentionally repeating history? Or does the pattern find us no matter how long we spend pushing the rock back up the damn hill? In Greece, in Rome, in ancient Egypt, where pharaohs ruled until the continent was pillaged by the trendsetters. Did you know the majority of those blank pupilless statues used to be covered in gaudy paint jobs as poor imitation of Egyptian kitsch? Centuries later, they spilled acid on a bust of Julius Caesar or whatever, and without the paint, he looked really important. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Strip the paint on every statue you can find and tell everyone they were never painted. It's apropos, given that sort of a plan was exactly what ancient Rome was about, the total mutability of the past. If ancient Rome, Greece, and Egypt were up to the same shit George Orwell wrote about in 1949, do we have any hope? What does Winston say? If there is any hope, it lies in the proles. I've been rereading 1984. The first time I read it, I was in 8th grade. My sister was in sophomore honors English, appearing to me as the consummate intellectual. At 13, that was my idea of cool and grown up, reading literary classics. My life is like rolling a nat 20 on nerd status, to be honest. Anyway, I got a copy of the book somewhere and tried to follow along. The story had me in its clutches until the love affair hit. I don't know if it was my age or the subtextual clues that, spoiler alert, Julia is a spy, and the whole thing was a plot for the party. The author is dead, they say. So it goes. At the time, I had algebraic visualization homework to worry about, and no real hope of keeping up with the syllabus of a 10th grade honors English class, so I abandoned it halfway through or so. I picked it up months later, probably in the summer. I finished it with the same lackluster enthusiasm the romance inspired. Oh, so everything is pointless, Big Brother can't be stopped or fought, and there's no hope except the warm grave of Stockholm Syndrome? Cool. I exist in a space of believing that if only people knew, if only people had all the information, they would be armed. They could fight this historically haunting, repeated pattern somehow, some way. But echoing back is the answer. The truth I felt deathly afraid of even as a humble 8th grader. They do not wish to know. They do not want to fight. They do not want a different answer or a pattern break. That's what we fight. What MLK Jr. referred to as the white moderate being the biggest problem, the reluctance to ever rock the boat. Stasis is preferred to change or progress. Sitting still is the goal, and race not always withstanding in this case. Always pursue that sense of connection missing in modern life, I guess. Follow the trend. Safety in numbers. Every morning the maple leaves. Can you believe it's September already?